Well, I'm sitting with Patty Goode here in her office at the middle school. She's the new principal here at the middle school, and we're just going to get caught up a little bit and find out what's going on here. So I'd like to know, where did you grow up? Where did you go to high school?
Grew up in Roswell, New Mexico. Went to high school at Goddard High School. Graduated in a long time ago. And I'm not saying when that ages me.
It's fine. And then after high school, what was your pathway?
I thought I was college bound. Went to college. Ended up getting married. Quit college. Had 2 children, beautiful children. I love my kids so much. And then when my son was about 3 years old, went back to college, started at Eastern, got my education degree, bachelor's in special education. And then so I am certified, well, I have a license for general ed and special education. Right. Special education has kind of been my passion. It's been where I have laid my heart multiple times and continue to lay my heart. I went to Highlands University for a little while because I thought I was going to become a social worker.
Okay.
I did that program for a year, took maybe 16 credit hours. And even though I liked it, I was also a single parent, and so I thought, here I am working with people in meth groups and women's rights groups and stuff like that, and I felt like I was neglecting my own children by going to college when I didn't have to do it. There wasn't a need to. It was just a desire. So I stopped doing that. When my son, after he graduated from high school, trying to think, that was 2013. Then I started my master's with GCU for administration. And I finished in 2014. So he graduated in 2013. I started my master's in 2012, finished in 2014, and
boy,
that's where I am.
Heaven's sakes. Well, now you said you have 2 kids. Now you
2 kids.
Your son,
My son he works for New Mexico Parks. He's a wildlife biologist, law enforcement.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and so he's moving in the process right now, moving to Cimarron, taking a position up there.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, he chose it because it's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
He says, my daughter, she went to college she's a graphic designer, but she's also doing life coaching. So when she had her children, because I have 3 absolutely adorable grandchildren,
right.
Absolutely adorable. When she started becoming a family instead of just a single person, she started doing life coaching, and so she does life coaching via at home through remote learning and different things like that, and then also she goes into the home with parents.
She in New Mexico also still?
She is in Clovis, New Mexico. Her husband is an airman, and he just got deployed. So.
Wow. Well, now you said you initially, right out of high school, you went to college.
Yes.
Was that what had you always intended to go into education? Or?
I really was not leaning towards education. I was leaning towards becoming a veterinarian.
Oh, all right.
And then, so always a passion for the living things, and doing what's, it's service. It's service.
Well, in an agricultural and ranching community, that should, serve you well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go to the 4-H and you can go to the county fair and see all the kids showing their animals and fit right in.
Yes. So when I started education, when I started going to college for education, after I had my kids and everything, my plan was to become a general ed teacher, elementary, and I fell in love with special education with my intro to special education, because my original goal was to become, when I went back to school in education, was to become a school counselor. But in order at that time to become a school counselor, you had to teach for 3 years before you could be a counselor in the school system. Well, I was getting my degree, fell in love with special education. it's very similar to
Mhm.
social work
Sure.
and school counseling, and so that just kind of turned my my path.
All right. So where, kind of a two-part question here.
Okay.
So where were you before you came here, and why here?
I taught in Dexter, New Mexico for 7 years. Then I went to RISD Roswell for 10 years. And then I went to Hegerman for 3 years as a director of special services. So in Dexter, I taught special ed services. In Roswell, I went back to my alma mater, went to Goddard, and I taught there for 7 years resource, and that's where I did my internship at the high school for admin. And then I went down into the elementary so I could become more well balanced because it had been a while. And after my admin, and then I went to Roswell High in Roswell for my admin. Then I went to Hegerman for special education director. Yeah, so I was the director, and now I'm here. My goal and my desire as far as my admin license was to become a principal, and so here I am. And this community is absolutely beautiful. So you asked me why here. Well, I'm going to tell you why not. Why not here? Because it is beautiful here.
So you've gotten settled in, got a house here, home here?
I am RVing right now.
Okay.
So I'm in Elephant Butte in the RV park.
Oh, all right.
And I just signed last week for an earnest on a house in Tier C, and so I'm hoping by September we get to close, and
very good.
And I'll be in there
Fantastic.
permanently.
Oh, that's great. Good. We like that. Any I know school hasn't started yet. The kids haven't been here.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably met some of the staff, but maybe not all the staff. Any first impressions of the school?
I love the school. When Dr. Garcia, her and I had met, maybe it was a week after I was hired, and I came and toured the school, and this is such a beautiful campus. Yeah. It is so, in my opinion, and I told her, I said, this is zen-y. It's like, it's very calm and it's beautiful. This is a beautiful campus. The teachers here have been very welcoming. The staff, central office, everybody has been very welcoming. I don't think I could have landed in a better place, to be honest with you.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the background in special education and in counseling and that whole area will maybe serve you well here, because I know that Russell, who was here, now got hired away to the high school, but I assume the position will get filled. But I think having you on board with the experience you've gotten will probably help that transition quite a bit too. Any plans for first day of school? The students will be here in a week from today.
Next week. I'm taking it one step at a time. Okay. I think I've finalized everything for the teachers and got everything ready for them. And now, the student handbook, we did that, was my first objective. But I believe they'll come in, we'll have a big assembly. I will let the students who have been here already go to their classes, but I believe that the sixth graders have had a tour, but I'm certain that not all of them have. And our new students have not. And so I'd like to plan that for them so that they kind of get an idea of where everything is and feel a little bit more comfortable and welcomed.
All right. Yeah, they do a thing in the spring where they bring over the class that's going to be coming here. Yes. But like you said, I'm sure that they all went there.
With the procedures and the policies from last year, it was a crazy year, so I don't know exactly how things went.
Okay. So, in the rare moments of downtime that you get here, any outside activities that you enjoy, or
not yet?
Okay, that's all right.
There's no downtime yet. Give me a month.
No.
Ask me that question in a month and I will be able to answer you, but no.
Well, at Elephant View, of
Yes.
course, you got a great lake. And
Yes,
just
and a
come by
beautiful
there, you've got
view.
another lake, and
Yeah.
so you've got some outdoor possibilities, and there's some things going on in town that, for you to check out.
I
too,
like
so.
to go fishing, and
Oh, excellent.
so I'm
Okay.
in a good place for that. I
Uh-huh.
have fished Elephant Butte, and I have fished the river,
Rio Grande, yeah.
the Rio Grande, before,
Excellent.
but not since I've been here.
Okay.
But I will get there.
Well, I imagine there are people that can show you where the best spots are.
Yes.
Any pets?
Two
Oh, what do you have?
2 dogs, a Springer Spaniel and a Staffordshire.
So what are their names?
Blueberry and Nisha.
Blueberry and Nisha.
Yeah, Blueberry and Neshama Shali. Neshama Shali means, I think it's Jewish for you are dear to my heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
So, and Blueberry is a rescue. So she was in her little rescue kennel and she looks so blue and sad. So I called her Blue, but it's transpired to Blueberry now.
That's
So
better. Well, she
yeah.
have a full formal name.
Yes.
So that's okay. How you're, maybe can you speak at all about that? About how the motto of Students First and how you view your role here too.
In education, students always come first. We're here to serve. Period. End of story. And if our thoughts go beyond that, then we need to come back to students first. So I think we have phenomenal teachers here that feel the same way. And so we're just here to support. We're here to bring proficiency where there isn't, bring hope, bring, everything that we can to our kids here in TRC and move forward. And I haven't been here that long.
No,
and
I know.
That's a little bit hard to answer
Well,
or
of
to,
course.
but I'm very excited because I think, I know in my heart that our Dr. Sugura, our superintendent, is doing some amazing things and has changed a lot of things here.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to be on board with that.
Good.
When I interviewed Dr. Garcia, well, even before when I was interviewing before and spoke to Dr. Garcia, she was telling me about the grading for equity, and she was telling me about the Flex Fridays and all. So right away, I started researching. How exciting, because I don't know, and I haven't personally worked with another district that has really moved forward with some exciting things for our kids. And so
the balanced calendar too
is new too, I understand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a number of things, and it's been exciting because for her first year here, she was just trying to put out fires and deal with all the restrictions and the pandemic and everything else, and when she had all these ideas and plans, that wanted to push forward with. Well, it's fantastic. I'm excited. I can't wait to come back here in a month or two and talk with you again and see how.
You do that, because I may have better answers for you.
Oh, well.
I may have more answers for you. I may start asking you some questions.
I'll have different questions.
Yeah.
But I'll be in and out quite a bit. And anytime you got my cards, I think did you get my cards at that meeting? Yeah.
Right there.
Anytime there's anything at all going on that you think, wow, people should know about
We
this,
need to know.
please, call me, text me, stand outside and just shout my name. I'll hear you.
Absolutely.
And we'll get over here and make sure it gets covered.
Absolutely.
And I'll be always looking for, your teams, your activity groups. I always try to come to all the honor assemblies, and all those kind of things too. So please, anything at all.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you
Thank
spending
you.
a little bit of time with us and getting to know you a little better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Wow.
I'm sorry I don't have all the answers for you.
No.